The world is bracing for inflation, starvation, and extreme poverty like none witnessed in modern history. The nuclear sanctions on Russia, Belarus, its ally, and a destabilized Ukraine has sent prices spiking through the roof. Not to mention that the world is in the midst of a pandemic which has already exasperated the global supply chains. Good day and welcome to Nomadpedia. My name is Collins. Please, if you like what we do, you can simply assist us by subscribing to our channel, liking and sharing this video. You can also join our patrons to access members only contents. Now back to the current global situation. The current conflict directly involves three countries: Russia, Belarus and Ukraine. Together these countries makes up what's known as the Ruski Mir, or Russian world. Now without further ado, let's take a look at what commodities these countries export to the rest of the world. Russia is the largest exporter of natural gas in the world with 196 billion cubic meter annually. Russia owns 11% of global oil supply, standing in the third position behind only Saudi Arabia and the United States. With an estimated 25 billion tons of reserve, Russia is the third largest supplier of iron ore. Ukraine has 10% of global wheat supply, making it the world's fifth largest supplier. Ukraine iron and steel industry account for around 2% of worldwide crude steel output. It's said to be the third largest exporter in this category. With 17.6% of global reserves, Belarus has the second largest reserves behind Canada. Belarus and Russia together own 30% of world potash, which is a vital substance in the manufacturing of organic fertilizers. The West and her satellite states around the world, those countries who obey the US sanctions, will have to do without their above resources for the time being, as Russia and Belarus are officially sanctioned countries while Ukraine, an ally of the West, is under occupation and it's currently a de facto landlocked country. In this section, we'll consider how a reduce in the supply of these resources will affect the cost of goods and services globally. When energy prices go up, that is natural gas and crude oil, the price of electricity and heating goes up immediately. While this is so for homes, it is even worse for industries. This will directly affect the cost of goods, ranging from processed foods to clothes and everything else, including transportation, be it sea, land, or air, as ships and airplanes use enormous amounts of processed oil. Now, considering that 30% of global potash comes from Russia and Belarus, there will not only be increase in prices of fertilizers, but there's bound to be shortages in a world already suffering from climate change and enormous badlands which can't grow sufficient crops to sustain the current global population. Guys, get ready to starve. Not to mention that 25% of global grain supply, which usually comes from Russia and Belarus, has stalled, and who knows how long this will continue. Iron and steel. Here's something really so important. The Industrial Revolution wouldn't have been a success without the discovery and the put to proper use of iron and steel. Russia specifically exports lots of HRT and TMT steel, which are necessary components in the production of automobiles, household appliances, construction, and real estate industries. Prices of these items have significantly risen, leading to several automobile companies closing production plants in different countries all around the world. Remember guys, Russia and Ukraine are major exporters of both crude and processed steel. Now in this section, a brief analysis of how the world is coping with inflation. Take note guys, this inflation index was made before the war or special military operation in Ukraine started. So this is just taking account of the fear of war and the pandemic. Alright guys? According to Trading Economics Food Inflation Index, most countries in Europe are clearly taking the hit, well above 5%, with the UK being at 4.2%, Ukraine 14%, Turkey 43%, Russia 11%, Poland 9.4%, and Kosovo 109% inflation on food, guys. Just food. Healthy food. Food is what we need to survive, guys. While in the Americas, Argentina suffers 50.5% inflation, Canada 5.7%, Mexico 11.6%, and the United States 7%. While in Asia, in the exception of Iran and Lebanon, which have 3-digit inflation, Azerbaijan tops the list at 17%. While in Africa, Zimbabwe tops at 64.9%, Angola 36.5%, while majority of other African countries witness well above 10% food inflation, including Nigeria at over 11%. By the way, you can find the link of this trading index behind the video, where you can actually go segment by segment to see how the inflation affects different segments of the economy and to find your country and see exactly how your country is faring. Alright guys, hopefully I'll be making another video in the next couple of weeks, including the effects of all the aforementioned things that has to do with Russia, Ukraine and Belarus, and the effects on our livelihoods and our economies. Thanks for watching guys, and stay safe.